Well, good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the opening event of Harmony. Harmony is an event which is very close to the hearts of everybody in T-Guelph, and it has given us an opportunity to interact with schools and students in varied formats. Reel to Real is actually a very interesting competition. And look at the topic, bringing hope. You see, we have been through 2 very dark years, and the pandemic, the COVID virus has disrupted all our lives of every single person actually on this planet. And so the tendency is to be gloomy about it. But by competitions like this, we want you young people to think ahead, that challenges are not to frighten us. Challenges are to be taken head on. And there is a time ahead which will be good. So I'm hoping that these documentaries by the different students have varied interpretations of how, in a very positive way, we are going to deal with our lives post the pandemic. And I think hope is a very important aspect, an important value that all of us need to propagate, because not easy really when you are in the midst of so much of disruption. Another thing I would like to mention is that, you know, we have selected the topic with a lot of thought, Reel to Real, because we don't want these ideas to be merely projected on the screen through the documentaries. We really hope that you young people who have made these documentaries will actually put them into practice, maybe with your family, with your community, with your school. So that is the way of spreading. It's like ripples in the water. You throw an idea in and it will ripple and spread far and wide. And therefore, Reel to Real is something very special to us. And I'm so, all of you children would have had your different ideas, because when you make a documentary like this, look at the freedom you have been given. You can interpret hope in any way that you can. You can present it in any way that you can. So it's a wonderful opportunity which allows you to express your creativity without too many boundaries. And therefore, I hope, like every year, this year also we have remarkable documentaries that we will be proud of. Now, all you finalists, as far as I'm concerned, you're all winners. And you have done an amazing job. So I wish you all the very best of luck.
Let me also take the opportunity to introduce our jury members for today, Hardik Gaurav and Naveen Makru. Hardik is a professional photographer and a videographer, currently doing freelancing work in the UK since early 2018. Previously, since 2012, Hardik was working in India on various forms of photography and videography, including product photography and videography, including making of creative advertisements and campaigns for clients such as Coca-Cola, Fanta, Mercedes, BMW, and others. We welcome you, Hardik, to the gathering today.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Thank you. We also have Naveen Makru, who has joined us today. Naveen is a Delhi-based independent journalist and documentary filmmaker who has worked for international publications such as The Guardian, Business Insider. He has now started his own production house named Pagdandi Films, which documents human interest stories across India. Hardik and Naveen, thank you very much for your time. And I'm sure our students will learn a lot from your experience today. So these are the top 13 teams who have made it to the finals. The first school who's going to be showcasing their movie is Strawberry Field School, Chandigarh. I'm going to be announcing the name of the students who have prepared these movies. Arnav, Paul, Davina, and Garv. Can we have the movie, please?
What are you saying? That kid walked me through everything was perfectly fine. What?
Tried our best.
Everything was fine just a few hours ago. And now my child. How am I supposed to be okay again? How am I supposed to have hope? Have faith in God. We are all puppets in his hand.
Oh Lord, I know I can't help her. I can't understand her. I won't. But my sister, she's in there all alone. I won't let her emotions and fear get in the way of her losing hope.
A very good afternoon to all present here. The last 2 years have been quite challenging for people all over the world due to the pandemic. There was an urgent need for the vaccine to save people from COVID 19. This has been hard on so many people in numerous ways. In our creation, we wanted to focus on people who had to bear the burden of the loss of a dear one. And this gave us the idea for a movie.
The movie was designed to provide a sense of suspense, show hope in the understanding of who we are. We wanted our movie to be like a teacher. We wanted the movie to teach our audience vital lessons on relationships, on coping with loneliness, among others.
I just have one small question. Like, how many days you guys took for the whole process, from like starting to end? Like, if you can tell me.
It took us
that.
about it took us about 2 weeks. 1 week to like actually come up with the whole idea and write the whole script, and 2 weeks just to shoot it.
Students involved in making this movie are Gopika Shri, Kritika C, and Kritika S.
Hello, I'm Sweetie. Sweet as sugar when I am happy. And I will be bitter as bitter gourd in no doubt. My dad is a businessman. And my mother is a nurse. In this pandemic situation, my mother is working hard, but today she will spend a whole day with me at home. Because today is my birthday, hooray!
Happy birthday, my dear. What do you want as your birthday gifts?
I don't want anything, Dad. I wanna celebrate my birthday with Mom and you.
Your mom have work, my sweetie.
Always work, work, work. I feel that she's ignoring me. Daily she asks me and say bedtime stories while sleeping. But now, if I go near her, she's just stepping back there. Welcome home, warrior.
What? Warrior.
Yes, you are a warrior, Mom. And sorry.
No, sweetie, I don't need your apologize, my dear. I am glad you understood my situation and you're still a baby for me.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Vidyodaya Girls Higher Secondary School. We are here to share our experience on making this film. Bringing hope was the top theme given to us. We started thinking and obviously related it to the current pandemic situation.
Being in class 10 definitely put a pressure in us to perform consistently in academics, which was not a cakewalk. We as students feel that the society should be aware of the current situation.
It was a really nicely done animated version of it.
Keeping in mind that the resources were limited, but I think wonderful use of the app.
Ram?
So it's decided. I'll help people by making a drone. Maybe Abhijit knows more about this. Hello. Hi Abhijit. Hope everything is alright at your end.
Oh yeah, everything is great. How about you?
I just want to make a drone to help people as much as I can. I want to know about some parts of a drone like a flight controller, RPM motors, etc. I came across these on the internet. But I thought that you were more into this field, so you will be able to explain them more efficiently to me.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Shantanu, tomorrow's the last date of the submission. Have you completed your holiday assignment? Yes, I have. Wait, is everything okay? Seems like you're sad. My drone project failed. Tell me in detail what happened exactly. Actually, Now you tell me, I was just trying to help people by doing this. Now why does this all happen to me only? See, people with good intentions never give up. Just don't lose hope. Everything happens for a reason.
पापा की जॉब चली गई, अब खाने को कैसे मिलेगा?
हेलो हेलो भाई, आपको रोटी कपड़े की ज़रूरत है? मैं आपको दे दूंगा।
The title of our movie is Wings of Hope. So, how we came up with this concept? COVID-19 has proved to be one of the major threats the world has ever faced. But there are ever stronger signs of hope, solidarity, and a sense of togetherness. Thankfully, this shared sense of responsibility has seen a world come together in ways that we haven't seen for some time.
I have to say this, that we all need a friend like Abhijit. He's such a huge motivator. I really liked his positivity and how he managed to bring about hope in his friend. Did you use After Effects for
Yes, sir.
the
For the
Yes,
hologram
we use
effect.
After Effects as well as Premiere Pro.
Oh, perfect. Well done.
Before I start anything, how old are you guys?
I am 14. I think we all are 14 years old.
I am
And-
just 13.
Yes.
They both are 14.
And now I'm just thinking what I was doing when I was 14. You guys are using
Yeah,
After
same.
Effects and Premiere Pro so like brilliantly. I mean, that's like enough said. But great work. I mean, as Hardik said, for one thing that technically I would like to point out, great use of different camera angles.
राम और उसकी पत्नी, दो लोगों का ये परिवार बहुत ही खुशी से रहता था। उनकी खुशी में चार चांद तब लग गया जब उन्हें पता चला कि वो माता पिता बनने वाले हैं। राम अपनी पत्नी का बहुत ही अच्छे से ख्याल रखता था, पर गांव में माँ के लिए बेसिक फैसिलिटीज़ ना होने के कारण उन्हें अपनी ज़िंदगी का सबसे मुश्किल भरा दिन देखना पड़ा। हॉस्पिटल दूर होने के कारण राम की पत्नी ने अपने बच्चे को रास्ते में ही जन्म दिया था। राम को एक बेटा हुआ और उसने उसका नाम रामू रखा, और जल्द ही रामू के गांव में एक हॉस्पिटल बनकर तैयार हो गया, और तब से लेकर आज तक किसी भी माँ को अपने बच्चे को लेकर कोई भी तकलीफ नहीं उठानी पड़ती है। As the topic of our video was bringing hope, so we thought of creating a climax which literally requires a hope. So we thought of showing love shared by mother and son. And this situation which is shown in the video is quite relatable to us because we come from a rural background and where this situation happens quite often. So we thought of using this concept. And the challenges faced by us were many. Like the biggest challenge was of making sure that we worked in sync. Because at that time it was lockdown and physical meeting was not at all possible.
Talking about the impact that the film would do on the viewers. So first of all, it would simply move them emotionally, and it would force them to think about the times when life was not that easy.
And I have to point it out, amazing use of limited resources. To be honest, whatever you told me that you didn't have a lot of time and a lot of props with you, and all of the whole movie was actually edited on InShots app. Amazing job.
Yes.
Certainly one of the most creative of the lot that I have seen. The concept is so mature, and even the execution has been really flawless. And as you pointed out, the light and shadow that you used, it cuts down quite a lot of props because of the lack of the availability. It cut down the costumes, and it cut down the let's say the nuances in the acting that you will see when the camera is pointing on your face. It cut down that, but still the acting, even as the shadow as the people were acting, I felt like it was very sincere.
10 out of 10 for story, creativity, sound design, editing, like all the technical stuff. Like I think this is a great example of like when you have limited resources, how to be smart about that and make your job easier instead of making it harder.
Hey Arpit, what's up? How's the online school
Hi.
going?
It's okay, but I don't really enjoy it that much.
I know, right? But we can't really do anything about it. And besides, have you heard the news of the rapid spread?
No, I don't really have heard about that.
Oh, wait, let me show it to you.
Breaking news. Zombies have been spotted in the city sites with reports stating that COVID-19 cases have turned into zombies. Currently, an expected of 50,000 people have been infected. The COVID cases have started becoming zombified. They spread the infection by biting. Keep your houses locked and do not go outside.
I'm really worried now. Why is she not picking up my calls?
See Arpit, I'm slowly turning into a zombie. And after a few days, I literally turn into a full zombie. There's no hope left.
Don't worry, hope is still left. My father works in Bharat Biotech and they have developed a new vaccine called Covaxin, which can neutralize the virus effect even.
Really? Is this our last
Yes,
hope?
a hope. Hope to get cured and survive.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. I, Tarushi Mathur, played the role of the victim in our movie. Hope is the only thing that keeps us going in the dark times. During this pandemic too, vaccine was the only hope that helped the people survive. Through our movie, we have tried to convey the gravity of the situation.
Despite its judges, COVID-19 is not yet knocked out. A movie is set to raise the hope for the best in this unexpected era of virus. It shows both sides of the coin. It seeks to galvanize people with hope of getting recovered, but at the same time, reminding them to take precautions as well. We tried our best to execute a unique idea in these days of mob mentality. We endeavored to grab the attention of the viewers along with bringing the social message.
At the beginning, we were struck on how to create our movie. After some discussions and an excellent idea from Tarushi-ji, we settled on using Snapchat filters for zombies. Looking back on it, we could have definitely improved our movie by using makeup. We used OpenShot to mask out the shots for the news and Filmora to bind the videos and use split screen to imitate a video call. That was how we created our movie.
The lockdown of 2020 and 2021 has changed lives more than we can imagine. There have been days when no part of this daily life seemed normal. Making sure classes happened online or work still continued didn't have us enough time to realize what we're going through.
It's been difficult to say the least.
हमारे लिए कोरोना को जो टाइम गुजरा है 1-1.5 साल वो पूरा ठीक था.
It was a mixed bag of emotions, breakdowns.
Everything is fine and it's little hard for our job also.
लॉकडाउन में तो सभी का खराब गया है.
Well, obviously, because of online schooling, we as students really crave the physical touch.
साल अच्छा नहीं गया है लेकिन फिर भी हमारी ड्यूटी स्कूल में चलती रही.
It's been tough. Now the work-life balance has gone to a toss.
We were not able to see students' faces. We were not able to understand whether they are able to understand the concept. We all have went through trauma.
Past year been very challenging.
I missed performing on the stage.
Timeline boundaries have blurred a bit.
What is that?
where hope was the only thing that kept us going.
When we say hope, we think of all things colorful, a good life, positivity, happiness. But a place where all good things come together that we often fail to recognize is school. We were brainstorming, had a plethora of ideas and ceaseless excitement. We put it all together with the help of writers, cinematographers, and the visionaries of our group. We don't have any actors, as we intended to bring out the raw and the real through this film.
Shooting a film during the pandemic and dealing with the COVID scare was the challenge. Editing was tedious, but the final product was worth it. We thoroughly enjoyed shooting, meeting people, and working on a meaningful representation of hope.
Hope is the thought of that safe space, the school that facilitates our aspirations with our teachers, classmates, considerate bhaias and didis, the heroes who stand tall on their feet even during tough times.
Overall, I think, as Hardik said, in this kind of format, editing is the more major part because you do the scripting after the shooting, right? Because you don't know what your subjects are going to answer. So you listen to them and then you make your script after the shooting. I think that's one difference between documentary and any other form of filmmaking.
Hope. My story starts when I was 17. I never had any facilities like kids have today. The world was devastated by COVID and my family was also affected. I saw a young girl using her smartphone. I wish I had one, but my parents couldn't afford it.
अहमद क्या हुआ बेटा?
माँ मेरे पास फोन नहीं है, मुझे फोन चाहिए, मेरी ऑनलाइन क्लासेस चल रही है, अबू रोज बोलते हैं वो फोन लाएंगे, मेरे पास फोन ही नहीं है।
अहमद वो हॉस्पिटल में है बेटा, आपको नहीं पता है कोविड की वजह से दिन रात उनको हॉस्पिटल में ही रहना पड़ता है।
हॉस्पिटल में ही है, उनको मैंने आज सुबह भी कहा कि फोन लाओ, मेरी सारी क्लासेस खत्म हो जाएंगी ऐसे।
कोई बात नहीं, आप क्यों नहीं समझते हो अहमद, वो लाएंगे। जाओ फातिमा भाई को पानी दो, जाओ मेरे बेटा।
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Abdullah from Delhi Public School, Srinagar. I will speak on behalf of my team. Our entry for this competition is called Ash. Ash is a Kashmiri word which translates to hope. So after I came back home, after discussing the topic, I was just laying in my bed, about to fall asleep. I came up with the idea of having two stories simultaneously. The first one will be of a rich boy. The second one will be of a poor boy. I wanted to show how two people with different state of affairs are going through one or the other problem. We met up for rehearsals and chose the location to shoot the film. We made a WhatsApp group to coordinate the online meetings and the date for the final shoot. Thank God that the shooting went smoothly, but we still faced a few problems in the duration of the movie. We had to cut down on a lot of scenes to, keep in at the 5 minutes. And while planning the shoot, we had a few problems. COVID lockdown and restrictions were also there.
I really like the timeline. It starts with the adult and he goes into the flashback, and very well done with the use of sepia tone to show the flashback. And after that, I really liked how it goes into some nuances like teenage angst, how you can maneuver in any way when you are a teenager. You have a lot of built up anger with the society, the world, your parents and everything, and you can easily go to the dark places, and it really script really highlighted that.
It came out very strongly, like all the aspects, editing, scripting, acting, even acting was amazing. So great job, well done, and thank you.
तुम एक लड़के हो, लड़कियों जैसे मत रो।
Oh my God, it's pink. That means it's a girl. Congratulations.
Is it difficult to believe that I'm a girl?
And I am a boy.
I can also like playing with dolls. both can like pink color. We can have the same hobbies. We can share the same dreams and be equally happy. And let us be the way we were born, not the way you think we should be.
Good evening to all present. We are from Springdales and my name is Tanisha. So the concept of our movie was my brainchild. When I saw a little girl at 4 gravitated to pink flowery dresses that are typically marketed for girls, and she was asked to join a group of children playing football, she firmly replied, "Football is not for girls." However, she is also boisterous and loves to climb and jump, attributes often described as boyish. That's where the idea of our movie is plotted. And we began our discussions of experiences and observations.
So me, Ronit, together with Pranav, worked on the layers for the scenes, added captions to the scenes, divided the editing parts to do it effectively and efficiently. Although we faced some challenges during the editing because the emotional connect required to be provided in our creation needed us to meet physically.
We did feel the constraint in the selection of shot setting plots, as the second wave of COVID did leave all of us more restricted to our homes. Choices of cast was also restricted to siblings and cousins. Also, the call of the concept was to take little ones of tender age. So we had to largely work around their mood swings, making us to do a number of reshoots.
Thank you, Hardik. First of all, great work, guys. And like, I was happy to see that your target audience were parents. So I just want to ask, like, did you show this to your parents and like had a conversation about this?
Yeah,
I hope it was a good experience, and I think it's really, really important to have such conversations in the family setting, and not in just the family setting, but like as a whole in the society setting.
कसके जूता कसके बेल्ट खौस के अंदर अपनी शर्ट मंजिल को चली सवारी कंधों पे जिम्मेदारी दुनिया का नारा जमे रहो मंजिल का इशारा जमे रहो दुनिया का नारा जमे रहो मंजिल का इशारा जमे रहो।
अरे ये तो बिल्कुल समझ नहीं आ रहा। लेट मी कॉल अप माय रेस्क्यू टीम।
हेलो, क्या हुआ?
I'll tell you. Group देखो question number 47 thermodynamics. इसको समझ नहीं आया. Please tell her I cannot. So.
अच्छा, देखती हूँ.
हाँ topper, please help me now. You're my only hope.
Dare you say that word in front of me, okay? Because I have to write an essay on hope, and I cannot think of anything.
Hope? Yeah, ये तो कितना आसान है. See, if life is a car, then hope is the steering wheel. Without it, we're all directionless. And when that happens, all we need is a little bit of support so that we can pull the brakes and start all over again.
Oh my god, IIT? I know, right? वैसे जिया कहाँ है?
I don't know. I think she declined our calls.
Yeah, let's call again. She declined.
Let's call one more time. Maybe she picks up.
क्या है? I've cut the call 2 times. Don't you guys get it? I'm a loser. I'm a failure.
Arey, you forgot what you only said, Miss Gen Z Robert Frost?
Yeah. If life is a car, then hope is the steering wheel. Without it, we're all directionless.
And when that happens, all we need is a little bit of support so that we can pull the brakes and start all over again.
You're not a loser, man. You're our bestie.
Good evening, everyone. Today, we, the students of DPS Sushantlo, will be talking about our movie, The Steering Wheel. This movie is about 3 friends who are preparing for a competitive exam and their journey throughout together.
Although we knew what message we wanted to convey, we couldn't settle on how to convey it. After a lot of ideas and refinements, this one hit us almost like a eureka moment, and we knew we certainly wanted to go forward with it.
Through this film, we hope to give a new outlook on failure and life in general. Life is a culmination of small stepping stones, which we call goals. And a failure in one of these is something to learn from.
Really liked how Ananya explained about the movie, that how it's about human connection and friendship that saves us at the end of the day.
Apart from like what all Hardik mentioned was that you guys definitely had fun making this movie. I could see that. So I think, and that is sometimes the most important thing. If you're not having fun while making whatever you're doing, then there's no point.
Number of coronavirus cases reported since the Delhi outbreak affected.
Have you ever been through darkness? Have you ever been through low tides? Have you ever been isolated for a long time, locking yourself up in a room, staying away from the world outside, trying to see the sky through the window of your room, while the sky you fantasize, it's not the end, it's just the dawn of a new day. Remember, it's only after the heaviest showers the sky clears its way. It's only after the darkest hour you get to see the rays of the rising sun. It's only after the toughest days you get to see the light in your life.
I, Sakshi, with Ashla and Govind from Sunbeam School Lehertara, have created this film on bringing of hope. We felt that it has always been there, around me, around you, in fact, around all of us. The box. The box that restricts, constrains, and drains each of us. And most importantly, it teaches us to live, laugh, and dream big.
After analyzing a series of parameters, we found our own school campus to be the best possible location.
What we knew that the pandemic didn't fail to darken the world at all, with all those myriad sinisters, traumas and fears, and that gave us this message and the idea we wanted to portray through our acts and voices, that though the times was tough, no doubts, but why not look at them as a bridge leading us to an unknown yet a beautiful destiny.
I can really feel the vibes that you have portrayed in the movie. So whose poem was that? I wanted to ask first.
Mine.
Sakshi's poem. Very well written. And I hope you just continue writing like this. It's beautifully worded, very nicely written. And it didn't have like a storyline as in a movie, but your poem was like a script itself.
I think I really like enjoyed the execution. It was so well done. The shots on the window, silhouette shots, like so beautiful.
उम्मीद पापा, उम्मीद नहीं मिल रही।
ध्यान से ढूंढो, यहीं कहीं पड़ी होगी।
अरे नहीं है, सुबह से पूरा उलट लिया है। इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम यहाँ ढूंढने का तो कोई फायदा नहीं, जहाँ PhD करके भी जॉब मिलने की कोई उम्मीद नहीं है। गुरमीत को कॉल करके देखता हूँ, उसे शायद कुछ मिला हो।
और एक बड़ी खबर आपको बता दें, किसान आंदोलन को लेकर पंजाब सरकार ने किसान आंदोलन के दौरान मरने वाले किसानों के
सुन भाई, तुझे मिली कहीं उम्मीद?
ना यार, मैं तो लब के थक गया, कितने भी नहीं है उम्मीद।
हेलो, हाँ जी भाईजान, बना कुछ काम, मिली उम्मीद? Nah man, I'm totally exhausted, can't find anything. I've looked all over the place, frankly I'm getting quite depressed. Call you back as soon as I find anything. Indian healthcare. Let me look here.
बेटा, जो तुम बाहर खोज रहे हो, वो तुम्हारे अंदर ही।
धन्यवाद बाबा जी।
जुनून है तो जुनून का नतीजा जरूर निकलेगा। स्याह अंधेरे के बाद सुबह सूरज का नूर निकलेगा।
Greetings, everyone. The theme of bringing hope made us realize that although the concept of hope is a simple one, the pathway to achieving it is much more complex and difficult.
I will not say anything about the technical aspects because I think it was like just perfect. The execution and like all of that was amazing. I really love the final like the crux of the story, that was that the answers to most of our questions are inside.
Metaphors that you have used, it's so, I mean, to the point and so funny. I really liked the entire sequence of it.
We have tried our best for your health, but your condition only seems to be deteriorating over time. The only thing left to do now is to hope for the best and spend your time with the close friends and loved ones. Take care.
I'm not hurt. I'm not sad. Just empty. I'm concerned about myself and it's pathetic. I don't believe in supernatural stories like ghosts, spirits. If there is at all what I believe flying to the stars and exploring the world behind it. I want to do something good to the society. I want to give my hands on support to the people who have nothing in their life except hope. I need help in creating a website. Yeah, it's all about group funding and donation stuff for the needy people. Inian here from Padma Sheshadri Balabhavan Senior Secondary School. So this topic, hope. Difficulty gives us a top opportunity, and that's how we got this opportunity to make an amazing film like this. So this word hope, hold on, pain ends. Hope costs nothing but a strong willpower. Moreover, everything you do, every steps you take, hope matters.
Initiating a group funding kind of thing and collected some clothes, added some of our savings and etc., which actually added some more realistic features to our film and gave us a personal touch.
I recollected a memory of mine from a while back when I was on a way to my relative's place. When I was approaching a traffic junction, I saw two children sitting on the pavement with a partially dejected expression on their face. When vehicles stopped at the red signal, I saw them look up and noticed a small spark in their faces. They ran over to the vehicles, attempting to sell coloring books and color pencils. It was only later that I realized that the expression on their faces was hope.
Question before I give my feedback. What was the document that Anian was holding at first place? Were you diagnosed with a life-threatening disease? Because I didn't get that part.
So the document was like, in the starting of the film, we mentioned he has a disease and like there's not much time for him to live.
Cinematography, camera work, top-notch, amazing job done. Who did the camera work for this?
Dilipan.
Amazing job, Dilipan.
आप सोच रहे होंगे कि यहाँ एक बच्चा सो रहा है और वहां एक बच्चा रो रहा है। ये क्या चल रहा है? कहानी सुनो, दिल छू लेगी, खुद समझ जाओगे। माँ बाप का साया तो पता नहीं कब सिर से उठ गया था। जब से होश संभाला था, तब से दोनों भाइयों को सबसे अलग थलग पाया था। एक दूरी थी, हम औरों की तरह हर जगह नहीं जा सकते थे। एक क्लिनिक खुला था हमारे मोहल्ले में। वैसे तो अस्पताल बहुत थे, लेकिन बस यही क्लिनिक था जिसमें हमें जाने की अनुमति थी। मुझे उसके लिए खुश रहना था। उसको मैंने बताया नहीं बीमारी के बारे में। उसको दुखी देखना मैं सहन नहीं कर सकता था। उस रात मैंने अपनी आखिरी सांस ली। मुझे तो इस दुनिया के बोझ से छुटकारा मिला, लेकिन मेरा भाई पीछे छूट गया। अगर मेरे घर के पास वाले क्लिनिक में दवाइयाँ और ज़रूरी सामान मिल पाते, तो शायद मैं भी अभी सांस ले रहा होता। मेरी आशा बस यही है कि जिस दुनिया को मैं छोड़कर आया हूँ वह दुनिया मेरे भाई के जीवन को रंग से भर दे।
Our film Asha is a reflection on the lives of the untouchable community of India. The story follows two brothers when one of them receives some bad news. They are ignored by the society and denied the help they need. A brotherly love, an unbreakable bond, and a strong sense of hope keeps them motivated to carry on.
We chose the medium of animation for creating this film in an effort to try something new and tell the story without the limitations of not being able to be together at one place.
Asha is a story about love, about injustice, about hope. We aim to deliver a heartbreaking story, but with signs of positivity for the future. The world is often not fair, but the world can be changed.
It took 2 months because stop motion animation is not easy. So very well done. And wonderful drawings, which were complemented with beautiful voiceovers. And at any time, I didn't feel like the voiceover was disconnected. Even that when his younger brother was talking to him, I felt like, yeah, it's for real. It's not just for the movie. So
I remember, I think Hardik and I made our first stop motion film together. I don't know if you remember, Hardik, that was like 5-6 years ago. And that was nowhere close to this. Like, this was brilliant. I mean, kudos to you guys for choosing a medium which is really hard to execute. And you guys did a wonderful job. Like, I know, being a filmmaker, how hard it is to execute stop motion.
So while the judges are collating the results, please, you can choose the popular choice award.
Okay, so we are back from our deliberations. And let me tell you, students, it has been quite tough for the judges. It was a close call. We had to, they had to really, kind of decide, because they said, can we not give everybody the winner award?
yeah, but at the end of the day, you have to choose a few. I wish there was a category for all others, like in Oscars and in what we have in Filmfare, like best cinematography, best this and that, and I could have given everything to all of you. I really liked to be here, and I really enjoyed it, to be honest, and it has really been an honor.
I was like quite surprised to see how diverse all the movies were in terms of topics and like the creative medium that everyone chose. And I was like quite surprised at like their age, what they're doing.
Hope isn't the same thing as happiness. You don't need to be happy to be hopeful. You need instead to accept the unknowability of the future, and that there are versions of that future which could be better than the present. Hope in its simplest form is the acceptance of possibilities.